Hello everyone, and welcome back to Iraqi Dinar, your trusted source for the most accurate and timely updates on the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, as well as the broader global financial movements that could shape your future. Today's report is packed with developments you won't want to miss. From what's happening at major institutions like Chase Bank, to critical questions surrounding the shift from physical currency to digital, to high-stakes international negotiations, we're covering it all. What's unfolding right now could redefine the future of your investment, so get comfortable and pay close attention. We begin with some thought-provoking insights from Pimpy, who's been analyzing a wave of recent articles focusing on Central Bank Digital Currencies, or CBDCs. These developments are sparking serious reflection across the financial community, especially for those of us holding physical IQD. Pimpy poses a question many of us are now asking. Will we still be able to use physical cash in a future where everything is moving toward centralized digital currencies? If governments shift entirely to CBDCs, what will that mean for those of us holding paper dinar? Will banks still accept physical notes, or will we be required to convert them into digital wallets tied to the new financial system? Pimpy hasn't reached a firm conclusion just yet. He's still researching. But the prevailing tone of the latest government and financial institution publications suggests that we may be headed toward a fully digital financial framework. This shift doesn't just raise technical concerns, it brings up fundamental issues around access, control, and the future of financial freedom. For dinar holders, the implications are huge. Could we be forced into a centralized digital system just to access the value we've been holding on to? Could paper currency become obsolete before we have a chance to convert? These questions don't have easy answers right now, but they're becoming increasingly urgent as the CBDC conversation gains momentum. Meanwhile, Sandy Ingram is keeping a close eye on geopolitical dynamics that could dramatically impact the dinar's future. According to Sandy, the ongoing negotiations between Iran and Israel aren't just political theater. They could mark a major turning point for the entire Middle East. If diplomacy wins out and tensions ease, we could see a surge in regional stability, which would have far-reaching effects for Iraq. Increased stability would mean more than just peace on the ground. It could also signal a more secure investment environment, encourage stronger foreign capital inflows, and, perhaps most importantly for you, provide real forward momentum for the revaluation of the dinar. Sandy is cautiously optimistic. A successful agreement between Iran and Israel might not only quiet conflict zones, but also bring calm to volatile oil markets. For a country like Iraq, whose economy relies heavily on petroleum exports, stable oil prices are crucial. A calm market could strengthen the IQD's value in a more predictable economic environment. But the risks are just as real. If talks fall apart and conflict resumes, we could see the return of sanctions, oil export disruptions, and regional uncertainty, all of which could significantly damage Iraq's economic trajectory and the dinar's potential. It's a high-stakes game, and the next few weeks could prove critical. Turning to developments inside Iraq, we're seeing major political movement that could finally resolve long-standing internal issues. MarkZ recently highlighted an important breakthrough. Iraq's coordination framework is now pushing to fast-track the long-delayed oil and gas law. This legislation has been a sticking point between the federal government in Baghdad and the Kurdistan regional government for over 15 years. But now there's real momentum behind it. What makes this law so significant is that it addresses the balance of power between Iraq's central and regional governments, clarifies who controls oil exports, and defines how revenues are shared. Insiders, including Mark himself, believe this law may be the final piece needed to unlock Iraq's full economic sovereignty. According to reports, the legislation is expected to reach Parliament before the middle of June. And once passed, it could act as the catalyst that shifts the revaluation conversation from theory to action. Political pressure is building. Key players are motivated. It feels like a series of dominoes have been set in motion, and the last one may be about to fall. In the background, Bruce has been receiving intel that gives us even more reason to pay attention. According to his sources inside the redemption circles, we may finally be approaching the moment many of us have been waiting years for. He's reporting that notifications, including 800 numbers, instructions for scheduling appointments, and the launch of redemption logistics, are expected to go out on Tuesday. Not next month, not this weekend, this Tuesday. If this intel is accurate, exchanges could begin as early as Tuesday afternoon, with Wednesday emerging as a possible go-live day for the exchange process. These aren't just loose rumors or hopeful guesses anymore. This information is being described as structured, scheduled rollout data. The kind of insight that comes from people directly involved in the process, not spectators on the sidelines. What's most striking is how perfectly this timeline aligns with everything else we're seeing. Chase Bank now activating live IQD and VND exchange services, ongoing political resolution in Iraq, and high-level economic negotiations across the region. All signs point to one thing. We're no longer asking if this is happening. We're now asking when and how fast. But this is where preparation becomes more important than ever. Across the board, every expert, analyst, and intel source is emphasizing the same core message. Do not get caught unprepared. Whether this shift involves CBDCs, private bank appointments, or specialized asset protection structures like trusts, your next step must be made carefully and intentionally. This is not just a financial transaction. This is your opportunity to secure a legacy. So start now. Make sure your notes are clean and organized. Gather and verify your purchase receipts. Check that your identification is current and valid. Know the exchange rates you're eligible for. And most importantly, have a solid post-exchange strategy in place. Don't walk into this moment asking, how much can I cash out? Start asking, how much can I protect, grow, and pass on? Speak to professionals. Sit down with your family. Think long-term. The choices you make in the next few days or weeks could shape your financial future for years, even decades, to come. If you're still on the fence, wondering whether this is truly the moment, consider everything that's now unfolding. Chase Bank is live. Tier 1 financial institutions are preparing. Political momentum in Iraq is accelerating. High-level negotiations across the Middle East are aligning. And now, insider reports are pointing to a window that could open in less than 72 hours. This isn't hype. This isn't wishful thinking. This is strategy, movement, and alignment, and you're standing at the heart of it. We'll continue tracking every development and breaking it all down for you, clearly, calmly, and with the confidence you've come to expect from Iraqi Dinar Info. That's what this channel is here for, to help guide you through this historic moment with insight, integrity, and preparation. So if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell so you never miss an update. And most importantly, stay ready. Let me leave you with this. Patience has been your strength. Now preparation must be your power. And wisdom, that's what will shape your legacy. The revaluation is no longer a dream. It's becoming a reality. And the next chapter begins with you. We'll see you in the next update.